The Dallas Cowboys have won 12 games this season and are eyeing number 13 against the Commanders on Sunday. But the most important thing for them after securing a playoff spot is a playoff win. And they have a player that could help them reach that goal and maybe even make a deep playoff run. I don't think many outside of Cowboys media really think about this guy when they look at this team from afar. In today's video, we're going to look at the Dallas Cowboys' chances at the Super Bowl, what are some strengths and weaknesses I see heading into the playoffs, and one player in particular I think can make a big impact come playoff time. I'm Zach here at Double Move. Now, let's get into the video. What a miraculous season it's been for the Dallas Cowboys over the course of 2022. The team loses Dak Prescott after already getting dismantled by the Buccaneers on Sunday Night Football. It was the grimmest I've felt as a Cowboys fan in a long time. I genuinely thought the season was over. I thought there was no way that Cooper Rush was going to carry an offense that had injuries across the offensive line, guys playing out of position, a wide receiver core that had Noah Brown as its number 2. I thought they were completely doomed. Now, with just 1 week left in the NFL season, the Cowboys currently have the 6th best odds to win the Super Bowl right now. They're behind teams like the Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo Bills, San Francisco 49ers, Philadelphia Eagles, and the Cincinnati Bengals. Although they're 6th, the odds tell us they are in the upper echelon of NFL teams because the next closest team is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, almost 2.5 times less likely. So it looks like at least Vegas respects this team. But what should we be concerned about, and what am I concerned about when it comes to the 2022 Dallas Cowboys? Also, make sure to leave your comments down below. What are you worried about for this Cowboys team? One of the things that I've noticed over the past few weeks is the run game. Unfortunately, in recent weeks, it's been on the down low, not looking near as explosive as it had earlier in the season. Over the past 4 weeks, the Cowboys have averaged 4.2 yards per carry, 3.8, 3, and 2.6 in their latest game against the Titans. It's been putting the offense in a bind on 3rd and longs, and you can't keep asking Dak and the receivers to bail you out because it isn't going to work when you play a defense as good as the 49ers. The second thing I worry about is this Cowboys defense, particularly the cornerback room. It's weak right now. The team has lost Jordan Lewis and Anthony Brown to season-ending injuries, and that has forced guys like Kelvin Joseph and Deshaun Wright into the starting lineup. The defense has been giving up way too many points and way too many explosive plays in the past couple weeks, and I think a lot of that comes from poor cornerback play. Now, before I get into the last one, I'm not going to directly blame Dak for all of the interceptions, but turnovers for this team has been a major problem. Dak has had his fair share of bad decisions, but a ton of his picks have come from just hitting wide receivers in the hands and the ball bouncing into a defensive back's arms. It's not all on Dak, but it really needs to be cleaned up if this team wants to make a playoff run. Before I get into the positives, let me know, what is your confidence level in the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl this year? Can they, or are they gonna let us down once again? Let me know down below. Now on to the positives that I think give the Cowboys a good shot at being Super Bowl contenders. And their secret weapon I think many people seem to disregard or forget about altogether. My first positive is that Dak has been playing at a high level. The offense is number 1 in scoring since he stepped back in for Cooper Rush, despite all of the turnover problems they've had. Which I can see is even more comforting, knowing this team can put up that many points after wetting the bed over and over and over. Positive number 2 is the Cowboys running backs. I know I said the run game needed to get going, and it could cost this team in the playoffs. But if Tony Pollard gets going and catches fire in the coming weeks in the playoffs, it's going to be real hard for any defense to stop this offense. And as good as Tony Pollard is, he isn't this team's secret weapon. I think it's T.Y. Hilton. He has been so good in his limited opportunities so far this season, and I think an uptick in snaps is coming in the playoffs. Despite just 6 targets for the Cowboys this season, he has 5 catches for 102 yards. Many of those coming on 3rd down, and one of those coming on a 3rd and 30 that literally saved the game for the Cowboys. He's proven he can still run and play at a high level, and to be honest and not too harsh, I think the less that the Cowboys have to rely on Noah Brown, I think the better off they'll be. Do I think he's going to go for over 200 yards in one game in the playoffs? Certainly not, but I do think he's going to be able to make an incredible impact in pressure situations when the games get tight down the stretch. Him and Dak seem to already have an incredible chemistry, and I can't wait to see it in the playoffs. That's all I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out some more on your screen right here. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.